this Arc Warden, I think God said it best. So Arc Warden just finds a way to win games. Like, this hero can be down, and then all of a sudden it's second highest net worth, first net worth. Now it just says a sheep stick. Who knows? I think Arc Warden could do it, but first Spectre Centaur, we're going to find out. And yeah, there you see Mind Control with
the cheers.
The dominating performance game 1 and back for game 2 on the Centaur.
People in the house can certainly appreciate good Dota when they see it, and we'll see if we're going to be in for yet another back-to-back performance from Mr. MC on that one. As we see mild traits to lead things out.
Yep, the biggest hero, Beastmaster, that hero. We just haven't seen him forever. I'm interested. He already has Book 1 queued up. I wouldn't be surprised. I've seen like these pub builds, the Book 1 and the Solar Crest kind of builds, utility. You get a Blink Dagger as well.
So is this like some sort of like Zookeeper steamroll lineup? 2 books possibly happening within the same team?
It feels like it. It's either this Spectre gets farm early, wins the game, or TNC could just run over him in like 20, 25 minutes. We'll see. And that's what the Nature's Prophet's for. This, oh, he might go down here. Tim versus Cuckoo.
Okay. They're able to shove him back. Cuckoo, a lot of damage. Peter trying to make it away. Turns around and hits him in the face.
That's why you don't claim the PPD Nature's Prophet.
Dang.
Gets the first blood. And, dude, the Blightstone Nature's Prophet with those Treants. The Treants do 36 damage at all levels. You only get 2 of them, but that's 72 damage with just 2 hits.
Obviously not a new thing. I'm trying to remember when this really started to surface, that old 4-position, like lane bouncing, Blightstone, aggressive Nature's Prophet.
Felt like a year ago or so. I want to say it was actually Cole when Swindle would pick it up for Z-Freak and all that. Misery as well used to play it a while ago on EG when he was still on that team. So it's been a bit, but it's back. And the high base damage, the Blightstone. Now he has a full stick Ring of Protection because that first blood.
Yeah, going to be a bit of a nuisance there. But of course, we're going to be watching Peter and the Nature's Prophet under the magnifying glass because, well, we haven't seen him play it a whole lot. Though I'm sure he has plenty of experience. He's typically one to random in a lot of his pubs, so I'm sure he's kind of been through the whole roster at this point. And he's
look at this. He's
well versed, but
he's just 2v1ing him right now. They both have under 50% HP again.
Has to be cautious not to hand over too much gold with those Treants. Not able to get the deny on that one. Good snipe right there from Tims.
Yep, and Blackout, he wanted it. This Arc Warden versus Necro middle. Arc Warden should do decently. Actually loses on the base damage, but his levels up, obviously, these skills, you get something like a Flux on Necro. He can't just run away. Like, this is one of the few heroes Necro can't just Ghost Shroud and run away. That Flux will just eat him alive.
You have to be cautious, though, of incoming rotations, let's say. I mean, Peter could have a... He's got teleportation now, so anytime he likes, they could just set up right into that mid lane and look to go for an opportunity. Gabby on the Arc Warden doesn't have too many options to be able to, you know, escape. No escape mechanism, really.
Yeah, you can't just get rotated on, especially by Nature's Prophet. I mean, Global, I mean, they have 2, right? You have the Spectre as well as the Nature's Prophet. Once he hits level 6, you just have so much global presence on the map.
Something our panel did highlight quite a bit, that global pressure to be able to deal with Arc Warden. Certainly one trying to feel good about split pressuring any sort of side lane. Will be something to look out for here. Frisky moves we saw there in the top lane is Socks on the Weaver. Gets tossed under the tower, actually, but should be able to scooch away. Woo! Nice narrowly avoids that arrow. Good potential setup there for Armel, but Saska is on it.
Yep, and this is a 5-position tiny. We've seen this. It's either real feast or famine. We've seen, I don't know, like Fly. Fly just struggled to play that 5-position tiny. Like, it did not look like a hero at all. It'd be interesting to see if Ninja Boogie can actually get some farms, get some rotations in, or just dominate the lane.
See Peter now with the magic blueberry rune, double damage. Was curious to see if he was going to get frisky early on. Tries to impose his will in this bottom lane, finds himself getting a lot of new damage. But look at it, boom, bops him down. So much damage. Oh my gosh, one more could do it, but they're just forced to run. They're running away from the Peter Nature's Prophet in the lane right now. He is just asserting himself, and Ace has got all the room to work with.
Yep. He got a free rune, right? They saw the rune wasn't top. He saw both heroes were still bottom. He just TP'd down, and he gets the best rune possible right now. And they're already 1,000 gold up. Feels like Radiant just playing lane there.
Chunks down that mango. Okay.
To do.
Fair damage, but yeah, he has his own wand, is able to Sakuchi away from trouble. Well, the cheeky little support Weaver is not going to be an easy bug to squish, certainly with that kind of mobility power here. And now they're able to posture up and move things forward. They force Armel back and then harass down Ninja Boogie quite a bit, trying to make them to go through as much of that regen as possible. I mean, Ninja Boogie's now out of all regen available to him, and I'm looking at Armel, it's the same for him too.
Well, looking at this middle lane, actually, top.
Okay.
Arrow does hit.
Okay, toss forward, catches him, but the Sakuchi's already there and he's long gone. Again, the support, just too hard to kill.
Yeah, it is, and Sox actually had a perfect game. I'd say he was 0-0-16, 0 deaths on a Phoenix. It's so impressive. It means his eggs never got killed. I just don't see position like that. And he's staying in the lane. He has this, Tango's not going to leave. Wants the Centaur to get up there and plants his own sentry down, but Dire's sentry a little farther away.
Back to fizzling thing out, so we see them pressure things out. Peter's back in action, about to get that level 3. He has level 3 now, and he has a Sprout. Tims has to step back and away. Peter decided not to go for that one here. Obviously, if Cuckoo choose the Mango, has the Wild Axes, could free himself or anyone else from that Sprout if necessary, but they have to get...
Ninja Boogie top.
They're trying to make a move in. Quick snipe right there. Sox are able to get the move in and the grab while there's a little bit of frisky action as they tussle over the bounty runes. It's going to be 2 for 2.
Will be a good shrine there. Tims and Kugo both get it, but this top lane is good. I think they're losing all 3 lanes right now. TNC is top lane is going so well. Middle, I mean, this Arc Warden is currently down 13 CS, 8 denies. It is not
Ninja
going
Boogie
well. Here he comes.
Trying to help. We saw this a bit in the last game. The opportunity is going to be not so easy. Thought to seize that one coming, but looks like a mile away and just positions himself towards the southern part of this mid lane, so there's going to be no easy approach. But Ninja Boogie's still hanging there, thinking that maybe there'll be an opening. Drops the ward instead, and looks like he'll take his leave elsewhere.
Yeah, that's the problem. This 5 position tiny only has boots, can't really do too much. And bottom, yeah, it's how much Ace is getting. Like PPD is, he's looking somewhere else. He's keeping behind middle. They're going for Gabby.
There it is. The call's been made. They're making their move onto Gabby here. Looking to lock him inside, and boom! They send him out into the Shadow Realm.
Mind control will go down, gets the tree throw, but that middle gang, not only that, I mean, he's just dead because of the extra time added by the Necro ulti, and all these lanes going well, even though mind control does go down up top.
I mean, good heads up from TNC to recognize that pressure on the mid lane, maybe a possible distraction for even mind control, and they pounce on in and are able to at least get themselves on the board with that.
Yeah, we have seen Armel is the one farming over on the Dire side. We've seen a couple Maranas have had good games. We've seen some bad ones, but we as well see like that Yawar Beyond Godlike game. Maranas can't carry middle though again.
Yeah, they're making a move in. Soxa with that double damage, happy to sweep on in, gets an easy finish onto Tims. Ninja Boogie though shows up, toss stun combo, doesn't feel super effective. Fata's able to shrug that one up. Now they're forced to hide under the Moonlight Shadow. Gabby also gonna get forced back. They're just gonna segue this into a full-out Tier 1 push. More money in the bank for NiP.
They're just playing so well. Bottom lane, though, Cuckoo is finally bullying Ace out of the lane a little bit, and that's what they need. If you see some rotations, you got to play a little bit more aggressive and just try to get some pressure on this map. You got to free up any sort of room you can, because Arc Warden is your win condition. Like, Arc Warden will have to have farm to win this game.
Yep. And for him to have that farm, he's got to have somewhere, well, to farm on the map. Add more pressure on TNC's 4-stack. To be able to go on the move and get something going.
Man, I have not seen a middle tower drop in 7 minutes. It has been a little bit, especially first tower in the game. And there you go, Cuckoo goes down again, and Ace is just having a great game. 42-13, 1-0-1. Not sure how you even kill this guy anymore. He's gonna get his power treads. He's gonna have like 1.2k HP. Has that dispersion. We'll see. It's gonna have to be on this Marana. Marana has to hit some good arrows, but Marana scouted out, actually, looking for that rune.
Hiding within that Roche pit, Peter able to use the Treants to scout her out. And they quickly go for race the runes and then back to a trade. Credit to Soxa, of course, on that bottom trade. He has had a lot of rotations, and he is putting himself all over the place on this map, making it really intriguing. And TNC are just kind of not ready for it here. Mind control, confident to move on forward. Ninja Boogie also trying to roam for his own squad here. Hasn't been able to find as much setup potential.
Dire has to be so careful. If someone just shows on the map randomly, bottom, man.
There it is. Stampede, an offensive one. They move in. They're going to send Cuckoo out. He's done for 30 seconds here. Potential follow-up, looking to go for Tims. Gabby's here within the trees, hiding it out, but so's Peter. Steps in with a TP. Good, quick, E to the tree to get out from the Sprout. Now they're looking to turn it back and around, but Gabby's already so low here. And Gabby is going to be able to get that grab onto Peter, but it's going to cost him his own life. Fata will pick that one up. a trade that NiP are going to be happy to take.
Peter will die anytime for kills like that. Not only that, it's more that Armel TP'd down here. We just saw the Beastmaster die down here, and then Cuckoo died as well. That's 3 cores in 1 lane, and you lost the fight. They're going to look, can they get the toss back?
It's not going to be there. Straight up and down's not going to do it. Fada says, that's not good enough. Let's turn things around. Moves on forward, looking to go for Ninja Boogie, and with Ace stepping in, and that haunt, he cleans it up.
They're just playing so clean right now. After a dominating Game 1 performance, you're just feeling yourself, right? They came in this series, they lost just right before it. Convincingly 0-2 to VP, so.
Okay, this time, maybe an attempt for Fata.
And he's full HP.
Ghost.
Welcome to Necro.
But okay, follow up with the arrow. This should be good. TNC will get that grab.
They needed that big. Armel especially getting at 401 gold. And the bounty run's getting fought for. Who gets it? Cuckoo does. And has the bottle, so a little bit extra for him.
Trent to NiP even after. Oh yeah, can't even give him a moment here. Easy, slice in. Mind control and Saksa. Clean that one up with ease. But yeah, NiP not faulted one bit even after their first series earlier. Some experimental, unique new picks, and they continue to pull out the unique new picks even here, and this time it's working to their benefit for sure.
Yeah, it is. Vanguard comes out on mind control. This is when you got to make stuff happen, though. You know Spectre ults down, you know Necro ults down. Looks like they do want to push bottom. It's going to be Beastmaster and Miranda down here with the Tiny. You got to get this tower.
Yeah, no Primal Roar, though, no Moonlight Shadow. They're going to try to do this one the old-fashioned way. Peter's nearby, able to take out that sentry.
Looks like it'll be a 1-for-1 tower again, unless Radiant really does want to defend bottom, and they do, because we have TPs coming in. It's going to be Sox on the Weaver.
And now we have the Reaper Scythe back up and at the ready again for Fata. If he finds the opportunity, there's the Sprout for Cuckoo catch. Able to step his way out. Toss combo. Boom. See you later, Cuckoo.
Someone help Cuckoo right now. Reaper Scythe twice in a row, added respawn time 15 from that level 1 ulti. And Cuckoo might actually have spent more time dead this game than alive. He's having a rough one versus Necro.
30 seconds of bonus death time just between those 2 kills already.
2 minutes, yeah.
Half a minute of farm and half a minute of no presence on the map at all. It's very, very rough, especially this early in the game when it's just so important to be out there.
Gabby actually going a different build than we've seen on Arcborn. You almost always see Book 1 into this Midas. Instead, he's going straight up Midas first, and oh my god.
Oh, Dota Plus has made its decision and says that this one's already over, folks.
The AI has decided this game's over, and oh my goodness, that is...
All right, TNC, let's see if you can kind of change the tide, change the wages here from Dota Plus. They're on the move. They have the setup. The Primal Roar's ready. They're smoked out. There's an Arcane Rune right in front of them if they want to pick it up, and they do. And it looks like they may cross paths with Ace here. He's just around the corner. They see the smoke pop. Armel knows someone's nearby. They're pinging it out now. Ace is going to walk right to them, but are they ready? They have Soxa nearby, and now it's very awkward. And Armel's going to have to step out, even using the Moonlight Shadow to get a safe escape. Or is it a new approach? Well, Cuckoo was, I guess, there to kind of give him a safe run around. And maybe a new approach to the bottom lane, but 7K of network advantage already. Okay. Oh, but he's got the sentry.
And a hood. This guy is very unkillable. No. Cuckoo might, no, not again. Cuckoo. He doesn't have ulti this time, at least.
No Reaper Scythe, but Cuckoo seems to be going back 6 feet under yet again. Armel's going to be forced to leap out and away.
This bottom lane, I mean, you normally think about it, your safe lane. Oh, tower's going to get pushed in, you're going to lose it, but Fada's not giving up this bottom tier 1. And he is fine just sitting down here with a hood. He almost has a blink dagger and 200 gold. And that's good. They're going to be able to get on top of this. That's another way to get on top of our corner, right? You have the Centaur, the Spectre, both ultis will get on top, and now you just have a Necro who can blink into the bubble, hit you with the ult, hit you with a few right clicks, you're dead.
Yeah. He's got his blink. Sent's going to have his blink soon. This is not going to get any easier for TNC.
Just a dominating series right now for NiP. Obviously, it's not over yet, but this Arc Ward, get happy at that Midas, about 400 gold off. And they're playing behind the Arc Ward, and they know they want to gank it. Cuckoo's here. We'll see.
Okay, let's see. Move's being made for Fata now. Primal Roar is going to be there. Arrow also finds its mark. Leap in. Starstorm. They get it done. But can they get away without too many casualties? So that's the question here. Armel hiding within the trees to be able to make it away. He got hit with the urn, though.
Soxa wants to go.
He wants to get that finish. The flux hits him. He's going to eat a lot of damage. Does have the time lapse and is going to have to step out and away. Still hits him with that urn, though. Soxa, though, in a bit of trouble. There's a nice drop, and that should get the finish. Or it will it.
Oh, they're chasing.
He's running all the way. There's nowhere to go, sir. They finally get him.
They do finally get him. Nice play by him, not giving up all the experience, though, so... Still,
yeah, credit to Soxa. Yeah, he makes that space, so it's there. He's giving him as little as possible, even for that, making him work so hard, even for just the support Weaver.
Yeah, but that was a good play. You knew something was going to be up. Like, there's just this Arc Warden farming middle, just sit behind him. Cuckoo not having the best game, but he sits in the right place, right time, and you get a nice double there.
Yeah, I was going to ask before when you acknowledged that Gabby's doing a bit of a different build. Is it just because Beastmaster looks to be going for a book himself that Arc Warden's like, I don't need... see necessary?
I don't think so. It feels very weird to me. There's about to be a fight on of Moonlight Shadows there, but they just back out. It just feels like he wants to accelerate his farming. Quicker, he's not going to push, but that book 1 helps you farm the jungle, so I'm a bit surprised to see him skip it.
DD top, and it's going to be grabbed by Soxa. Nope, never mind. He doesn't care about it. I don't want it.
Spectre's going to go for it.
Yes.
Ooh. No Haunt for 30, though, so can't really use it too well. Unless they're going to go for a Roche. All right, well, the Treant's tanking for you.
Early Roche grab. It is worthy to note that TNC have been trying to scrap some good farm, and it was an 8K advantage just a moment ago for NiP,
God.
so they're cutting it down a bit.
Look at how quick this Roche goes down with the double damage. I mean, they don't have the best Roche lineup, but this quickly with a DD, and it's just gone. No rotations. You can't even do it.
No,
they're coming over now.
Yes, they are. It's too late, though, obviously. Aegis is already complete.
And he has his ulti up now on the Spectre, too, with the double damage still.
Good to burst down the clone here of Gabby. The sweep on 4. Now the Haunt comes out. They're chasing in. They're looking to go for the grab. Cuckoo.
Oh, he's alive,
able to survive through this one. Beautiful turnaround setup from Tims, though. Will get at least Soxa. Yep. Just a one-man drop, though. And NiP will hold their Aegis still.
Yep. You see NiP feeling very confident with that Aegis and their gold lead, but Winter Wyvern who can just turn your teammates on you and does it right there. They're going to have to watch out for that all game. He almost has a Glimmer Cape up as well now, so this Winter Wyvern should be able to put in a bunch of work. He's just been sitting top, just farming, pushing out the lane.
Mind control with an Invis rune here.
He wants
Tims. Yeah. They could think it's safe. They have their own obs in their own jungle here, thinking that nobody is around with the exception of Peter's little Treants. He's going to try to safely push out back in the lane, but mind controls.
Here now.
Let's get this guy. Boom. And, well, that one's easy. Tims is going to be taken out. Good grab from NiP. Good setup for mind control to scout things out.
Armeldo bottom. Just farming, just picked up the Maelstrom. Can't farm a lot quicker, actually does some damage in these team fights as well. We've seen TNCs are playing on the back foot, but they're fine still taking these team fights. As long as we saw Spectre and Centaur ulti used, and TNC won the fight 1-for-0.
Rotations to top. Tower goes down. Blink for mind control to safety out.
Oh, no.
Fought a narrow escape. Peter, though, not going to be so lucky.
Oh, man.
He will be the man left behind, but between all of those potential targets, I imagine Peter is happy to be the one to take the sacrifice.
Yeah, but tower goes down, and you know they're getting a little bit of farm on the map now. As the game goes on, Arc Warden, this isn't like last game where this Spectre is just never going to catch up. Arc Warden actually has catch-up potential. Already in 3rd place now, almost in 2nd on the net worth, and even though Spectre does get on top of that, Arc Warden pretty good. I mean, once Arc Warden gets that sheep stick, it becomes so much easier. Obviously, that's still 15, 20 minutes down the road, but
and that might be a decent power peak for sure. I would be concerned though for NiP's support staff. I mean, Soxa, as we all know, is able to somehow accumulate ridiculous farm, and he could get that ag sooner than you think. And just when there's a heavy firepower by TNC, they'll realize that there's going to be second lives on NiP. TNC on the move, smoke through the river, spotted from above.
Mind control.
Scouted within, calls Stampede, wants to move right in and go for Ninja Boogie, finds himself face first with the stun, but they're going to turn things around and get the finish on Armel with that Reaper Scythe. And then the follow-up, Peter gets the finish on Tims, and they will also clean up Cuckoo. NiP taking names in this bottom lane.
Yeah, good God. Armel leapt in, looked like he wanted to go for the Centaur. His life was gone like 2. I actually didn't even see. He just died in like 2 seconds. It's like, I'm going for the aggressive play. I'm going to get him. And then he just dies.
They got 3 kills, a tier 1, and possibly a tier 2 on top of it. They already got in the top 2 towers. There's only 1 more outer tower left at this point.
They just don't do damage, right? You have the Crimson Guard on Centaur now. You actually just almost don't do damage to this Radiant team when that's up. This Tiny, that's the problem with position 5 Tiny. He doesn't have any farm. He doesn't have a blink for about 800 gold, and that's why it's 19 minutes in. A position 4 Tiny would have it by now, but you put him on the sacrificial role, and he just isn't as potent. This is your first pick hero.
Yeah. And by the time he's able to kind of do his heavy burst combo, NiP, you're just going to have a whole lot of extra utility, and the options on who he can burst are just not going to be nearly as easy.
At least Cuckoo needs to at least get his book one. He needs to be pushing really quick, and they're going to go for the
sneak
fake
across.
Smoke gank. Yeah.
Is there a sentry? I don't think there's detection, but NiP are doubling back and hanging around their shrine where they feel like it could be safe to totally evacuate the area. Very suspect of something going on.
Like that play by TNC, you just use your Moonlight Shadow, you get both bounty runes still at least, and possibly a kill. You have to do something like that, because they are on the ropes already 20 minutes in.
And it's
Bot ulti in 10, so get ready to see somebody blow up and be sad.
Bot ult. 30 seconds though before the haunt will be up if they really want to kind of have all their stars aligned.
A lot of people sitting behind our mount. I like this. I know it's not the most efficient, but you've got to protect our mount.
Yeah, it does mean that they're going to be hindered a bit on the farm for those supports still, as NiP take most of the map. I mean, even Peter's getting plenty of farm in this game. He knows what he's got to do on a Nature's Prophet. He's adding that side pressure in this top lane, forcing TNC to be pulled apart and not able to hang around all their core.
Who does do
jump in, stomp, all for the clone. It's good money though if they can get it.
Like they can. This is the problem. We've seen Soxus so much. Almost only 1,500 gold away from that Ags now. Level 13, obviously, with the EXP gain talent. Just levels so quickly. And just going to sit bottom, right? We see the Winter Wyvern for Dire sitting top, and now we see the Weaver sitting bottom. That's pretty much how it's going to go.
The lanes belong to the supports to farm up. Ace has the jungle to work with. And then as Fata farms his way through the mid lane, Mind Controls is constantly moving around, looking for setup potential for his team. And they're back on the prowl again. We have a smoke, we have a deep dive movement coming to the bottom, where we see Ninja Boogie in lane, tussling a bit with Soxa. Soxa thinks that this is the time to go, and there's the Stampede call. They jump in, and they will quickly break down the Rock Man. There's the Reaper's Sight to put him under for over a minute now.
A minute and 21 minutes as a position 5 does not feel very good. I'm curious, will they just push in this bottom, or are they just going to pressure bottom top lane, maybe going to the base? It feels like NiP, they're fine just farming. Like last game, right, they were up 30k and they still weren't really pushing the base. They're fine just slowly pressing their advantage. Nothing too quick.
Come to certainly practice for themselves. Seen many games this tournament where teams overexerting themselves or getting overzealous, coming at a price.
And this is a way different Warden build now. You go Midas, Maelstrom into the Orchids. Obviously versus that Weaver could be nice, versus anyone really, but if he's on top, he has no defensive capabilities. Like this Spectre is actually just going to destroy him, and it's a Vlad's picked up by PPD.
Wow, more utility for the Nature's Prophet, all right. Add that already with the Crimson Guard that Mind Control's had for a while, and the durability keeps getting that much bigger and thicker for NiP. And just as TNC's offensive tools are really starting to come online and get ready, NiP are already onto their own next phase.
I think once Armel gets this BKB as well as this Orchid on our court, they could think about like maybe grouping up, just showing one person on the map, sitting behind him and taking another one of those fights like we saw middle. But they do need those items before they can do that. I think there's going to be the Orchids. It's all about this BKB on Armel. He has to find somewhere to farm it.
And he's heading his way to the bottom lane, but NiP are in the neighborhood. And they're looking to flood out TNC. Immediate jump in just like that with the Hall to scout anyone out. There is a turnaround curse. Tim's is trying to use this opportunity to make it out, and he's good. Armel finds a spot within the trees, and he's also going to make it away. TNC do manage to escape, but it is unfortunate that their best play so far has been escaping potential trouble from NiP.
Yeah, that's my middle lane it is. Oh no. Alright. Ninja Boogie Cuckoo, they're actually still hanging around bottom. Possibly looking for a kill. You do have the blink on Tiny now, so you have that extra initiation.
Tiny can kind of start the party off, move in, maybe even a toss back into the arms of Cuckoo, followed up that primal roar. And with Armel nearby, it should be more than enough firepower to get anyone down from NiP's side, but the openings are just not there. NiP are not making those opportunities any easier whatsoever. They have pretty dang good ward spread. Sorry about my language, by the way. But they have a ward bottom, ward middle, and top as well in the jungle.
And I think Tim's is going to have to be the big X factor. As we've already seen, he's had 3 good ultis, whether it's been defensive or that offensive one where he just gets the kill. It's, I don't know. It sucks to be a 4 support and have the game rest on your shoulders, but I'm sure they're used to it.
TNC gonna have to hit some dingers here if they want to be able to pull it out. Cuckoo jumps in though, and that's the call's been made, but look who's there waiting for him. Mind control. Dishes out the Stampede. Fata goes for him, does eat a lot of damage. Able put under. Him and that Reaper Scythe have been best buds in this game. Ninja Boogie also gonna get dropped. Tim's was on top of that, and it's another 3-for-0 trade for NiP.
This, I mean, they tried to take a fight before Armel got his BKB, and it's not going to go well. It really does just feel like Fata is just bullying Cuckoo at this point. So much extra death timer. This entire game, it's 19-7 right now. Is only a 7K lead. They haven't gained that big of a gold lead, 8K now, but I mean, Arc Warden's farming as the Orchid Maelstrom. We'll see.
Fata has a heart queued up. Does commit and get the Reaver. He's going to be one thick boy.
Yeah, he is. So what game was it though? It was during Hamburg when Fata picked up a hard on a weird hero, and they just ended up like losing the game because it was such an odd item choice. But I think on a Necro this game, it's not as bad. And it's another Roche.
Yep, Roche number 2.
It's so easy with, I guess with, you have the Weaver as well. You just have the Nature's Prophet with the Nature's Call, tank it up so the bugs go through the entire time with the minus armor.
Ooh. Tim's pretty good job there with the Arctic Burn to use that advanced range to take out the wards on their turf, but as we saw, narrowly escaping potential trouble as Mind Control is always there on the watch to set things up. But that is a clean and easy Roche grab for NiP.
Was it? Didn't we just like watch this 10 minutes ago where Spectre picked up a DD, took Roche, and now has a Relic, has the DD, and they could just go in again. TNC has to play very carefully right now with the Spectre double damage.
Classic deja vu here. And maybe all really NiP need to do is rinse and repeat that bit of action here. Fata blinking on in through the mid lane. Should see Armel nearby, but quickly heads out. Still trying to build up and finish that BKB, which he knows he really needs. Mind Control has a Halberd on Q next. That right-click firepower potential, whether it be coming out from Mirana or the Arc Warden, could be hindered quite a bit. And this tier 2 is also going to be done for. Already, all outer towers taken off the playing field here for TNC. They could find themselves trying to hold their high ground line sooner than they'd expect.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they could just do it right now. You just put 4 people in that lane. Spectre can obviously get there whenever she wants. They do have very good high ground defense. You have like the tiny blink toss back on a certain hero. You have the Winter Wyvern spam out as well as axes. Like they have plenty of spam to stop these waves. But here we go.
Looking to go. It's blown. Arrow out. No, it is not. That is the real deal. Arc Warden. He's out 100 seconds for that one. Does have a buyback if needed. Tim's is forced to turn around with the Winter's Curse, but he cannot fly anywhere. He gets chopped down, and TNC frantically hide indoors. Buyback forced out from Tim's, and Cuckoo is also going to be finished off. Another buyback, this one from the Arc Warden. He has to dip into the savings account to make sure they can hold on. But can they actually get some scrappy kills here? We're going to fight back and take it to NiP, but the weave! Sux has got the Agnum Scepter, and he's able to bail him out. Goes Scepter on the fall. NiP could take a convincing fight here and almost put him into dangerous territory. Double bubble drop right now. Ace in a bit of trouble. Is going to be losing his Aegis here and now, and Fata also taken out of the equation.
I mean, Gabby just dive-backed. As an Arc Warden, dying back right now just pretty much ends any farm you're going to have in the game. Now this feels like this game might be on the shoulder of Armel. They're going to push in the base. I wouldn't be surprised if they got 1 or 2 Raxes here because
80 seconds, yeah, without Arc Warden.
And all
no bubble or anything.
Nice job there, though. Look at that. The creeps are going to go down. 99. I mean, we saw 98% about 20 minutes ago, but it still continues to go up. And looks like Radiant, it's hard, right? Even with the Winter Wyvern dead, you see Starstorm plus Wild Axes, and those creeps do get cleared out. Dyer's doing a good job, and oh, Mind Control doesn't carry Blinken, you know, Return Tower, whatever.
Woo.
Nice dodge.
He is the siege engine.
Yep.
Happy to reflect back the damage. Tim's is like, if I tip you, will you stop?
Please go away.
Please go away. No, he will not. He does not want to stop. NiP are on a verge of trying to push their way forward and move on through this lower bracket.
Yep, and we'll see if they can. He does get the Radiance up on Spectre, has 1.2k. The Heart now on Fada. We've seen him try to go on this guy so many times, but it just hasn't worked. And now he has a full Heart. Good luck ever killing him. Especially with the Weaver Ags you talked about. This Weaver Ags, anyone who gets roared could almost just instantly gets Agsed, and guess what? Not doing anything.
All right, here we go. TNC moving with the buddy-buddy system in play now.
Yep, Spectre ulti
Mind
is up.
Control. Ooh, oversteps that one. Will miss. Follow up for Ninja Boogie. Reaper Sight not going to get the finish, but they are still going to get the grab onto Armel. Cuckoo, weak and wounded, trying to run out and away on the back of the Moonlight Shadow, but they got the vision. They're cleaning everyone out. NiP putting on most the commanding performance already in this arena.
Yeah, they have looked so good both games, and this one especially. I mean, this Spectre Necro Centaur, and you're just ending a game at 20, 30 minutes in, and there's going to be some more bugs. You see the bubble being annoying.
Well, they just shift over,
we'll
take out the other racks.
If you want to bubble this one, we'll switch right back. But oh, the duels, will they go on him?
They trying to close this one out if possible here. Got to know that Gabby still does not have that buyback.
They should go kill the Tempest double this time with some nice gold there, 180 for Fada.
Kind of figuring out where they want to shift. It looks like NiP are just going to take all these winnings and walk out the other side. Man, that net worth advantage jumped from what I thought was 8K a moment ago to now 21K.
Yeah, but, I mean, those buybacks just kill you. The diebacks especially. On an Arc Warden, this Arc Warden is just not that farm. The problem is you have 15,000 net worth, but you see you have a Boots of Travel, you have a Midas. It's just dead net worth. Honestly, it does not help you in team fights at all. And there's another double damage top, by the way. It seems like, let's see if they give it to the Spectre. Has ulti up in 28, and we have seen so many double damages for the Spectre.
Move out, though, from TNC. Three-man hit squad here, trying to at least keep the pressure away from their base as much as possible to maybe stall things out. It's a dream they can hold on to. But I imagine for NiP, they could play with the clock a bit at this point, really. Stall things out for maybe the next Rocha. They want to be safe and secure. Tim's very ambitious with that ward. Yeah,
goodbye.
Gets punished for it. A little too deep there to go for a D-Sentry. This Courier also going to get dropped. Boom. Soxa picks that one up easy.
Oh, Armel. I don't think they have the detection.
It's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Armel, be careful. 3 seconds left on that leap timing. And Moonlight Shadow also was close to expiring, but he makes it away.
Yep, and I said Armel is gonna have to pick up the slack, but he's just so poor. He has the BKB Maelstrom, but he's just nowhere near his next item.
Watch out, Cuckoo. Mind Control's stalking you there a bit. TNC back out the other way. Nowhere safe for them to go. And I say it a lot, but they're restricted. They don't have too many farm options, and what they got to frantically split between like Armel and Arc Warden.
Well, full Eye of Scotty picked up by Spectre. Straight up 33 minutes, 4 slotted right now. He can just pop ulti and probably solo kill half the team if he really wants.
And then pings are out. I mean, Peter just a moment ago was able to TP in and get that deep ward
Armel.
down, but the jump in the mid lane. Boom!
God,
wow!
Have mercy on his soul.
Just like that, you blink, you miss it. Follow up,
nice.
Defensive Winter's Curse to try to lock him in their spot, moves in from behind. Cuckoo's just throwing himself into the fight, knowing they really have nothing much left. NiP are commanding their way on through.
Pretty sure you could just, might be able to just take the Ancient if you want, but.
All right, shove in from Gabby's clone. They'll take that as well. Move to the bottom lane. And while they're doing that, Mind Control's like, I'll get the tier 4 started, guys.
Sure, I can take both at once. I got returned, but they will lose another set of racks, and they're honestly, there isn't anything TNC can do.
Yeah,
they're just going to end it right now.
Probably not the way you want to be going out in your arena debut and performance series. I can understand that. Hearts out to TNC, but yeah, you know, their best plays have been narrow escapes from potential trouble from NiP, and that can never feel good. And they're just going in. They're looking to just close this thing out. They got other things to do tonight. They want to put their eyes forward on into the next round.
There goes both the tier 4s. Ancient still stands, though.
And these could be the last legs of TNC. NiP happy and willing to hang around for this.
And they're like, all right, you know, let's take the Ancient. We'll take these Megas. We'll make your life hell.
They do pop a fortification. Maybe that's enough for NiP to backpedal a bit. And we could see maybe one more potential inside defense for TNC.
Beans back out. They want to push on top. There's no reason to force it. You know, you are so far. I don't even know. NiP might think they're 40, 50K up right now. This Weaver even has a Lotus Orb. Sox has done such a good job of this series, right? 0-0-17 Phoenix, 3-2-16 on this Weaver.
Yep.
Always manages
move in
to
mid
find
lane,
farm.
mind control. It's Cuckoo. There's his saving Glimmer Cape though from Tim's. Eventually bail him out, but there's Soxa moving in. Owen Sentry Ward, right clicks for Tim's. And there goes the haunt, and here comes the Stampede.
Oh my god.
Tim's is out on that one. Quick follow-up. The Arc Warden's also going to be gone, and that is it. It's unfortunate for TNC, obviously a very, very tough series, but props to NiP. After dropping 2, Virtus Pro in the upper bracket, they come back emphatically for these 2 games.
Yeah, they do. And, you know, some people are like, oh, what heroes PPD going to play? But a 4-2-17 Nature's Prophet, he single-handedly won that bottom lane. He was zoning him out 2v1. That 2-minute, just keep getting that 2-minute double damage rune. It actually just got Ace a free lane. He single-handedly won that bottom lane for Ace. And all in all, NiP just played amazingly. And I think we did not see the best out of TNC. I think TNC is definitely better than they showed right here.
Yeah, it's something that TNC you're going to have to try to shake off for that one.
Still
not feeling so good.
Top
but
6. Top 6 is a ton of DPC points.
Yep.
You're moving forward. You're probably the best team in SCA right now.